Like, share and subscribe because it is free.
Floating crystalline lights shimmer overhead, bathing the vast council chamber in a tranquil blue glow. Rows of alien delegates stare as Dr. Emily Carter strides forward, her mismatched tie fluttering. A sudden squeak echoes beneath her foot when she steps on a hidden panel. Multiple insectoid mandibles freeze mid-click, and avian feathers flare in surprise. Murmurs ripple through the assembly. Dr. Carter raises a hand. "We're here to negotiate directly," she announces. A dozen pairs of crystalline eyes flicker in perplexity. A gelatinous delegate bubbles incoherently before dissolving. The ultra-thin translator hums and spits out a garbled apology. Dr. Carter glances at the nearest lands. Broadcast honesty. Grand Chancellor Vornak's scaled silhouette emerges from the dais. His snout flares. "Human, you violate tradition," he hisses, claws rapping on marble. "Recite the official greeting in ancient Celestian." Dr. Carter tilts her head. "Our words mean what they say. No rituals." Silence. Beak Skylorians gape, plumes drooping. Galaxy facets dim as they attempt recalibration. Arachnids shift uncomfortably, limbs clicking in agitation. Minister Yalith of the Skylorian steps forward, wings rustling. "Without ceremony, how can we trust you?" Dr. Carter leans forward, voice calm. "Trust is built with truth, not dances. We don't hide intentions behind pageantry." Hush deepens. Alones of facts inscribed scribbles rapidly. A Zelzabar elder bows clumsily and tumbles into the ceremonial gong. A resonant bong reverberates through the hall. Delegates recoil, unsure if this is human strategy or accident. Dr. Carter offers a half-smile. "Easy on theatrics," she quips. Laughter ripples. Tentative at first, then stronger. Delegates exchange amused glances. Holographic projectors flicker behind her, broadcasting live images from frontier systems where border patrols monitor star routes. Panic is spread among colonies, hearing rumors of human defiance. Some have mobilized security fleets. Dr. Carter taps a control, enlarging projection of Earth's emblem. A simple circle encasing a leaf. "This is Earth. We seek honest communication." An Alaxi delegate murmurs to its neighbor, "No gilded gifts." Murmurs escalate into arguments. Small clusters form. Advisor flicks squeaks into a holocom translator, panic in his voice. Delegates on distant planets lean into viewports, irises contracting. Dr. Carter remains unfazed, sipping coffee from a sleek thermos. A hovering tray of pastries drifts toward her. She swats it away. "Just coffee." Crystalline Alaxi chime. "Why this candor?" Dr. Carter folds her arms. "Because it works. On Earth, speaking plainly save lives." An arachnid envoy clicks uncertainly. "Prove it." She nods to a massive archive terminal. "Our histories stand as proof. Wars ended when we dropped pretenses." A low hum spreads as some delegates lean closer to screens. Beak Skylorians perk their heads. Chancellor Vornak inhales deeply, nostrils flaring. His gaze remains steady, unwavering in the face of cosmic uncertainty. His voice thunders. We recess to deliberate. He signals elders to depart. The chamber empties, leaving only Dr. Carter bathed in crystalline light. As heavy doors close, she straightens her jacket, confidently poised, and breathes slowly, readying for the deliberations that will decide the galaxy's future. Silence hangs for only a heartbeat before alien delegates erupt into frantic chatter. Insectoid arachnids scuttle forward, antennae quivering as they exchange rapid clicks. Skylorian feathers bristle. Their beaks snap questions at one another. Noran bubbles undulate, forming indecipherable murmurs that ripple through the hall. Crystalline Alaxi flicker light patterns, each pulse signaling alarm. A Hydran envoy hisses to a nearby Zelzabar elder. "They spurn our traditions. What does it mean?" The elder, robes tangled around his legs, stumbles back, nearly toppling the council ceremonial banner. Every eye darts to Chancellor Vornak, who rises with measured menace, scales rippling. "Your stand disrespects centuries of peace," he intones. "Explain." Dr. Carter lowers her gaze momentarily. fingers tapping her thermos's metal casing. "We refuse red tape," she replies evenly. "We negotiate directly or not at all." A hush follows, tense brittle. Debate ignites. A quartet of tetraxians with cube-shaped bodies crawl onto the dais, projecting animated infographics mapping human history of conflict and cooperation. One barks. "They engineer war machines that devoured star fleets. Do we trust them with honest talk?" A chorus of "No!" erupts. Another tetraxian clicks a scale, countering. "Their directness ended wars on Earth. Maybe they've evolved beyond brinksmanship." The crowd's volume crescendos into chaos. Delegates shout over one another. Some accuse humanity of hidden traps. Others speculate that if humans discard ritual, they harbor secret power, ghost tech, or psychic warfare. Chancellor Vornak pounds his gavel, momentarily silencing the tumult. "We shall recess," he declares, voice echoing. Deliberations commence. Yet as doors slide shut, hushed conversations morph into conspiracy. Alien ambassadors scurry to private booths, hollow screens flickering with strategic data. Dr. Carter remains at the center, unmoving, the lone human among swirling uncertainty. A hydronate offers her another cup of exotic tea. She waves it off with a polite smile. "Coffee's enough," she says. The 8 serpentine eyes narrow. They envy her composure. Crystalline Alaxi delegates assemble around her, facets reflecting anxious light. "Demonstrate sincerity," one hums telepathically. Dr. Carter taps her communicator, projecting Earth's envoy roster and transparent budgets. "These are our intentions." Open books, no hidden agendas. A ripple of intrigue beeps passes among Alaxi. Norrent bubbles slow, then form patterns resembling curiosity. In a secluded corridor, Council advisor flicks scuttles across polished marble, squeaking into a holocom translator. Colonies tuned into council feeds brace for conflict. Border fleets adjust trajectories, anxious. Flix's translator sputters, panic spreading. Some factions mobilizing defense grid. His tiny face pales. Meanwhile, a trio of Zelzabar elders frantically rewind archival clips, searching for precedent. One mutters, "Never have we seen humans as brazen." Another glares at a datapad. "Our weapons ministers demand sanctions." The third, trembling, spills tea, drenching a hollow console. Sparks flicker, alarms wail. They leap back as a volley of warning lights flashes. Panic intensifies. Back in the main hall, a lone Skylorian ambassador fluffs plumage, attempting to restore dignity. He approaches Dr. Carter. "Your method's reckless?" he croaks. She straightens, voice low but firm. "Our recklessness is honesty. If you fear chaos, consider our honesty prevented catastrophe back home." He blinks, uncertain. Nearby, a Hydran representative adjusts a sleeve, gazing at her feet. "Perhaps," he begins, but is cut off by a booming gong as the council doors burst open. Chancellor Vornak returns, flanked by solemn elders. Their faces betray exhaustion and grudging respect. They bind themselves by destiny's thread, frozen in a standoff shaped by human resolve. As the chamber's lights dim and clandestine murmurs fade, something irreversible simmers. Humans have dared to reject tradition, and the galaxy holds its breath. Delegates swarm the marble corridors, antennae and feathers bristling as the council's famed composure crumbles into frenzied debate. Insectoid arachnids scuttle with frantic precision, their many legs clicking against polished floors as they jostle for access to consultation booths. Crystalline Alaxi lenses flicker in rapid staccato, their light patterns shifting from blinding white to wary amber as panic radiates through their ranks. A trio of Skylorians, feathers ruffled and wings tucked tightly, argue heatedly over whether humans have secretly weaponized empathy into a strategic gambit. Nearby, a gelatinous Norrent delegate bubbles incoherently before dissipating in exasperation. Its remaining cohorts form a hesitant cluster, awaiting guidance on whether to initiate defensive protocols or file a formal complaint against Earth for cultural insubordination. Down in the subterranean war room, Chancellor Vornak stakes his claws against an asteroid-carved table. His scaled visage is illuminated by holographic star maps detailing fleet positions near contested borders. Advisor flicks, trembling on jittery legs, squeaks desperately into a translator. His voice crackles across hollow screens in every sector. Tensions escalate. Sanctions are proposed. Some factions prepare interdiction strikes. A Hydran envoy slithers forward, hissing. If they undermine our rituals, they risk destabilizing every alliance. We must either isolate Earth or demonstrate superior strength. Before Vornak can respond, Flick slips on spilled tea. An overzealous Zelzabar elder overturned his cup in a separate panic and slides across the polished floor, inadvertently activating a broadcast uplink. In an instant, private deliberations spill into millions of viewers' viewports. Planets previously neutral gasp in collective disbelief as they witness council members loudly debating whether human honesty qualifies as hostility. Back in the council chamber, Dr. Carter reclines in a modest chair, calmly reading data on her wrist console. A hovering robotic server offers an array of alien confections. She swipes them aside with polite firmness. "Just coffee," she murmurs, unscrewing her thermos to sip. Moments later, she notices a chatter in the chamber as halted and frothy tensions are airing publicly. An Alaxi delegate's crystalline form shimmers with conflicted hues as it approaches her. Without preamble, it telepathically transmits a single query. Is this performance or truth? Dr. Carter smiles, voice steady. Earth values transparency. No cloak and dagger. The Ulaxi tilts its head, facets pulsing in what might be a chord. Corridors overflow with delegates swapping frantic hollow messages. A Tetraxian envoy, cube-shaped and exasperated, whistles a shrill alarm. Frontier colonies demand clarity. They fear deception more than conflict. Simultaneously, a trio of Zelzabar elders convenes over a leaking hollow console, spewing data logs. One elder gulps, admitting, "Perhaps we overestimate tradition. Their candor could be a path to genuine unity." Another elder, robes, askew counters, or a Trojan horse. Initiate full-spectrum scanning. The third, flustered, trips over a ceremonial banner, sending it sprawling. Laughter echoes, uneasy but present, reminding everyone that humor still binds disparate species. As panic reaches fever pitch, Chancellor Vornak emerges in the chamber's archway, flanked by solemn advisors. His reptilian eyes narrow upon seeing Dr. Carter undisturbed amid chaos. A hush descends. Even the arachnids' clicking ceases. Vornak's tail flicks once, silencing the final murmurs. Delegates freeze, aware that the Council's fate, and perhaps the galaxy's, hinges on his next decree. In that charged silence, Dr. Carter folds her arms and meets Vornak's gaze, her expression unyielding, yet faint amusement dances in her eyes. The prolonged stillness crackles with expectation as every sentient being aboard tuned starships holds its breath, awaiting the verdict that will either shatter or redefine interstellar diplomacy. The chamber holds its breath as Chancellor Vornak's scaled tail thumps against the marble floor. Delegates from every corner of the galaxy stand frozen, their myriad forms reflecting tension. Dr. Carter lowers her gaze from Vornak's fiery stare and steps forward, hands unclasped. "We propose a simple path," she states evenly. "Drop the rituals. Speak plainly. Decide by merit, not by who bows lower." A ripple courses through the assembly. Murmurs and clicks resurrect as the arachnids trade worried glances. A Skylorian elder tilts her head, feathers rustling. Vornak's reptilian jaw creaks as he processes the direct challenge to his authority. "You undermine our sacred traditions," he growls. Dr. Carter shrugs one shoulder, casting a casual glance to the hovering broadcast drones. "Then consider this. Traditions that nearly blew the galaxy apart don't need preservation. They need revision." She taps a hollow pad, displaying a timeline of council-sanctioned skirmishes and diplomatic failures. Beaked delegates lean in, their crests quivering with uneasy curiosity. A gelatinous Norn bubbles a hesitant question. Will humans accept our differences? Dr. Carter meets its oozy gaze. We accept unique cultures. We reject inefficiency. Suddenly, a Zelzabar elder stumbling through the crowd trips over a ceremonial scroll, sending it unfurling like a slippery serpent. He scrambles, blotting ink-stained digits. Laughter ripples among delegates. Tense but genuine, Vornak narrows his eyes, addressing the hall. If we abandon ceremony, how do we judge respect? He glances at Dr. Carter. She steps aside to reveal an Alaxi delegate displaying synchronized light pulses that convey encouragement. The Alaxi speaks telepathically. Their sincerity is clear through actions, not empty words. Light patterns shift into gentle waves, and numerous delegates sway their heads in agreement. A trio of hydrant envoys is quietly, then lower their tentacles, conceding. A tetraxian emits a succinct beep. We vote yes. Across the chamber, holoscreens flash updated tallies. Endorsements pour in from border colonies where broadcasts have galvanized public support. Outside remote outposts, everyday citizens nod approvingly, their messages streaming into the council feed. Chancellor Vornak exhales slowly, freezing for dramatic effect. He raises one clawed hand. So be it, he intones, voice echoing. We adopt the straight talk accord. Delegates erupt in a cacophony of relieved chirps, clicks, and pulses. A Skylorian ambassador fluffs her plumage triumphantly, only to misjudge the space and nudge her neighbor, causing a minor tumble. The chamber dissolves into laughter. Dr. Carter allows herself a small grin, wiping coffee from her thermos onto a spotless cuff. Old uniforms, new rules, she quips, eliciting chuckles from every corner. Crystalline Alaxi facets shimmer celebratorily, projecting kaleidoscopic patterns across the marble floor. Amid the jubilation, a Zelzabar elder attempts the new handshake protocol taught by humans, but accidentally tosses his ceremonial robes into the air, drenching himself in ink from the scattered scroll. Red-faced, he bows to Dr. Carter anyway, who shakes his hand while offering a fresh scroll. Laughter peals across the hall. Genuine unity forged through humor. Outside, media drones broadcast a historic moment galaxy-wide. Colonies previously at odds send congratulatory holomessages. Galactic fleets ease from readiness stance. Border patrols stand down. Dr. Carter gathers her team, reminding them to maintain transparency as they work with council delegates to draft detailed guidelines. As she departs, she tosses a final remark to the chamber. First treaty without secret clauses. Let's hope no one forgets where we parked the starships. The crowd erupts in appreciative cheers. On Earth, children watching feeds draw hopeful smiles. Humans have shown that honesty and humor can reshape centuries-old power structures. The galaxy buzzes with newfound optimism. In the council's emptied chambers, banners celebrating the straight talk accord flutter, a testament to human resolve and comedic grace.